Most people panic when the storm hits simply because they did not prepare. At the moment, we have been seeing adverts about storm is coming. And the first thing I'm doing personally is I went to the shop, bought some milk. I make sure that I've got a power bank, and I make sure everything is okay. Trampoline is trapped, and everything that needs preparation for the storm, I'm ready. If I was going in the sea, I'll make sure that I have my safety net just in case. When the storm is about to come, like my house before was leaking, and when they say storm is coming, I had to fix the roof. So I got prepared before the storm hits. At the moment, we are listening and seeing the weather forecast that there is a storm on the way, and this storm might come together with snow. So, what preparations are there in place at the moment? I walk around and I see a certain truck, let me call it, and it's spreading a lot of sand all over the place. Why is it so? Because when the storm is coming, the roads will be very slippery. So what the council is doing is preparing for the storm so that the storm will not catch them unaware. So because of that, we are being warned that probably stay indoors because of the snow and because of the storm. But let's take a different angle. Let's say the storm which is coming is job loss storm. Just as we prepare for the storm, you can sense danger. Sometimes you look out at the weather forecast and you see it's getting dark and dark on the sky. Then you say, that's a big dark coming. There's a heavy line coming. I've been with some people from other countries. They do this and they face this way and they say, oh, the storm is coming this way. So because of that, the job loss comes to those people who are not prepared, just like the storm will come and hit those people who are not prepared. So job loss storm, it's one of the panicking point of view to many people at the moment. Reasons being in the job for so long is expecting promotions, and promotions comes with the increment of salary. So when we are at the job, we are being too, kind of attached to the job that we don't even think of looking for another job. And considering now the AI is here and it looks like it's here to stay, the AI is taking a lot of jobs from people, but only those panicking are the ones who didn't prepare for the storm. So if we are sensing danger that the AI is taking some jobs, then what preparations are you taking? We are seeing many farms, the robots, taking over the farms, the labor work many people are doing. I've seen the advertisement of the robots building homes. One very interesting was the robot that was actually demolishing a building that needed to be demolished. on one side of the wall. Within less than 20 minutes, the robot broke down the entire wall. If myself, or you were given that task or that job to demolish the wall, one is there's a risk of danger and stuff falling on you. But the robots was just demolishing, bang, within few minutes. I've also seen some AI building homes. So where will the builders go if the AI is building houses? I've seen in the warehouses now, the job is becoming extensive, heavy boxes, but the robots can lift those boxes within a short period of time, therefore reducing or minimizing labor. And labor is from people like me and you. So because of this AI taking over the jobs, what are you up to? How prepared are you? Because the storm is coming. When the storm comes, if you're not prepared, you panic. But if you prepare before the storm, you are on the safe side. For example, if the job, you sense that my job will not last long, so what do? You start building other streams of income. We call it side hustle. The side hustle is whereby you're thinking of a plan B, because your job is plan A. So plan B is whereby you start building slowly by slowly. Let's say you're working and lunchtime, people are given like 1 hour for lunch. And that's the time many people are out there gossiping. Did you see this? Did you see that? See what's happening. Look at that stuff. Look at the weather. People talk about weather and other people in most cases. So instead of you sitting there listening to the gossip, why don't you think of a side hustle that you can start that will absolutely be on your favor if this job loss storms hits? And when it comes, it's hitting people big time. Why do you need to prepare for job loss storm? Let's take an example. You've got direct debits to pay your bills. If you lose your job tomorrow, how will you survive? How will you pay your bills? That's one. I don't want you to panic, because I call it paycheck to paycheck panic to power. Let's say, for example, you have a house on mortgage. Sorry, my eye is. So if you have a house on mortgage, look at it this way. Your direct debit goes every single month for your rent, for your mortgage. So if tomorrow you lose your job, just tell me, comment below, how are you going to survive? Because there's another ruthless part of it, that if you don't meet your arrears, the banker will take your home away from you. However much you have paid, if you have not finished, they'll take your home, or if you don't meet your arrears. So if you're not preparing for the storm, it will catch you off guard. If you're not preparing for the storm, it's going to give you panic. It's going to give you more stress. It's going to contribute to many people having mental health because they cannot meet their direct debit demands. So my big question is, if your storm comes tomorrow and is a job loss storm, it may come without notice, just very fast, suddenly. There AI, artificial intelligence, must come over tomorrow and start working in your warehouse, start working in your office, or start working wherever you are, and you'll be given a letter that will let you know, and you lose your job. Tell me, be honest with me, leave a comment. What will happen? That's one. Two, if you lose your job tomorrow and you have family, how are you going to look after your family? Because if the job is your only source of income, you're gonna be in big trouble. Big fix. It's like someone punching you on the face unaware. So, having said that, if the job is on the verge, on the cliff to go, and try to highlight, look around, what are the factors which contributing to you feeling that your job will be gone, because there are factors. When I was working, I could sense some stuff are against me, and they were reporting things which were not there. So I was being penalized, and my shift work cut. Instead of having 20 hours, I was having less. Not because of anything, but because the storm was on my way. So I started sensing that truly here, my job is at high risk. So what did I do? I started preparing. So when the storm came, it didn't catch me unaware. I still smile today. So point here is that when you're building, please, when you're building when you're on a 9 to 5 and you're building your extra streams of income, and you report to your boss every day because you want to pay your bills, if you start building your side hustle and you start making extra £100, £200, £1,000 or more, trust me, when you're driving home and the boss told you that I'm not happy with you, you'll actually be happy inside, because you know, even if he or she fires you tomorrow, you know how to go about it. You know you have a plan B, an alternative. But many people stress up because if they are told that, you see my office tomorrow, you can't sleep that night because, you know, I think I might lose my job tomorrow. So what do? You prepare before the storm. So when the storm comes and they tell you that, sorry to give you this envelope, but we have fired you. But when you start work, they say, we hired you, now we have fired you. So if you hear that message or sentence, or you get that letter, and you have been building your side B, plan B, side hustle, another stream of income, you'll be going home smiling. You'll actually pass by the shop and do grocery because you know, even if I lose my job, I'm stable. So how do we remove that fear? Is by starting to prepare for the plan B. And the plan B is, I've got some ideas about the plan B. I'd like to send you something so that you start getting prepared just in case. There's no harm. It's just an email which will come with something for free, content for free. I want you to pay attention to those contents and then start building something from deep in your heart. Replace that panic which probably you're having now because you know your job will not stay long. Start building something small, not too much, just going through it, trying to figure out where you're going to start. A long journey starts with one step, my freebie. So, having said that, check there is a link at the bottom of my video. Fill up your email address, get that freebie, is free, go through it and start getting prepared for the storm. See you in the next video. Remember to subscribe and share my content. But above all, that link will start driving out that fear for you to start smiling again. It's never too late. See you soon in the next video.